Well, fortunately and unfortunately, I found my ram. He turned up missing around the 14th, Valentine's Day. We weren't sure what happened to him. We walked everywhere, or almost everywhere, trying to find him. We couldn't find him. And I was just in the back feeding the goats, and I saw something, and I was like, wait a minute, what is that? So I went over and looked, and it was my ram. I don't know what happened to him. Uh, we were distracted by the ewes giving birth and making sure them and their babies were safe, that we overlooked this guy being missing. We didn't realize it for a couple days later. And we didn't know what happened to him. And I didn't walk all the way back here in the back corner. The goats were pretty much in this yard. They could go in this backyard, but if it was a predator, it had to go through this yard and into that yard, because only that gate up there was open. This gate was open, and that gate over there was open. So if it was a predator, it would have had to come in this gate or the other gate and then go through that gate to get into this yard. At the time, I wasn't rotating the goats because it was the coldest part of the year. And so I thought I'll just leave both yards open, so between the goats and the sheep, they'll have shelter if they needed it. But the sheep never came back here. Also, the goats were giving birth, the sheep were giving birth, and yeah, so I just opened up the yards. The sheep never came back here, but then, so we didn't really think to look back here for the lost sheep. I'm videotaping because I'm trying to figure out what might have killed it. He's been dead for 2 weeks now. So it's hard to tell what got him. But it looks like he's been ripped open, but then again, it could have been anything. If it was a predator, it would have ate more of him, I think. So I'm not sure how he died. I only had him for a month, so he could have came to me sick. But none of the other sheep got sick from him. So I'm not sure. I was planning on deworming them just to be safe. I had them all tested, but I don't know if I tested them before I got him or after I got him. I can't remember. And they all came back clean. They had some worms, but the vet said it's not a high enough count to worry about. Some is okay, they say. You just don't want them to have too many. And I don't know how many is too many, so I just collect their poop, take it to the vet, and have the vet tell me whether or not they need to be medicated or not. And they were fine, so I didn't worry about them. But apparently this guy wasn't. But I didn't know. He didn't act sick or anything. He was a real mild mannered, meek sheep. But I don't know. I don't know if a predator got him or if he just died. It's been 2 weeks. So there's still meat there. So it's like, why would a predator kill it and leave most of it? You know? So that's why I think maybe it died of something else. But I'm not sure what else. I mean, the sheep and the goats don't really get along, but the goats don't harm the sheep. But I mean, maybe one of the goats injured him. It's hard to tell. He's got some broken ribs, but I don't know if that came from. I don't know if that's what caused him to die or if a predator did that. I mean, one of the goats could have injured him. That could have been why he died. Now Laura's calling me. So, anyways, I'm going to come back tomorrow and dispose of it. We got to go right now. I'm tired. And he's been here for 2 weeks. What's another night? So, yeah. I don't know what happened, but at least now I know no one stole him. He didn't wander off somewhere. He stayed on the property. I just don't know how he died. So it's going to be a minute before I buy a new ram. I probably jumped the gun buying sheep, but a friend wanted to get rid of them, so I was like, hey, I'll buy them. Before he wanted too much for them, so I didn't buy them. But when he lowered his price, then I bought them. So anyway, and I got a decent deal on that guy too. And I asked him for the most mild-mannered sheep, ram. And so I got one. It was mild-mannered, but he just didn't make it. So anyways, yeah, it's disappointing. But like I said, I'll probably get another one next year, but I think I'm going to hold off and just stick with goats. Goats are a lot easier. Sheep are more dumb. But who knows? I mean, and he could have got into something. Could have ate something that had a lot of copper in it, and he could have died from copper overdose. Who knows? So now Mark's calling me. Is everybody up? I figured as much. Now Mark's calling me. So, all right. Video.